fruit. Fruit. Tropical fruit. What do you think? Easy peasy? Fun? Something that you would like to just dash off in a wild and frenzied moment? Don't go away. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to paint something based on tropical fruit. This is the sketch I did the other day for the prompt for the daily challenge, and I'm going to use that as my starting point. And today I'm going to be using, I'm not going to be using the Kuretake paints, but I could be. And if you've got this set or the Art Nouveau set, you could easily use those. They'll be just fine. Any other set of paints would also do perfectly well. But I'm going to use my little, I haven't used this very much yet. I've got one of these little Viviva watercolor pan sets, which they kindly sent to me. You can buy them from their website. It's made of cork, recycled cork. They say that this cork is made from recycled wine bottle corks, which is quite a nice thought. Anyway, the colours are very bright, very intense, and quite appropriate, I thought, to this kind of colour palette. These colours here match up pretty well. You know, this looks fairly tropical. I mean, they come from India, so I suppose they're off to a good start. I'm going to use a piece of sketch paper. This is the sketchbook I was using to prepare for the last video we put up, which was these pot plants. This isn't the one that I did on the channel, but it's very similar. This is just inexpensive sketch paper. You can get this fairly easily. I think it's probably about £90 in weight, something like that. Not terribly thick. So I've done a small sketch in ink, in pen, just in one of these. This is my favourite pen, the Tombow calligraphy pen. Link in the description. No, actually go to the shop on Amazon and Diane Amazon. Getting above myself there. Amazon.com/shop/Diane Antone Studio. That's it. Go there and you'll find everything that I use will be there. If it's available on Amazon, it will be there. This is my sketch, it's my layout. And I've written on it what the colours are going to be because I'm going to paint this in the paint first, sketch later technique, which I've been practicing just recently. I'm going to put that there so I can just see what I'm working from. Yeah. And so paint first, sketch later. So what I need to do is basically paint the rough shapes, like what I did for the flower pots of flowers the other day. And then come in afterwards with the pen and see what we can do. So this is a piece of watermelon here, and I'm not going to hesitate because he who hesitates is lost, as they say. So I'm just going to pick up some of these two reds and I'm going to just literally smash it onto the paper and call that watermelon. Hello, watermelon, how are you? I'm going to put some yellow here. I think this is called a star fruit, is it? It should be, if it isn't. I think it is. So we'll just do that. Okay, so 5-pointed star fruit. I might put another one of those in somewhere. And then here, next to this, we've got, I'm going to paint in white. We've got a sort of, I don't know, some kind of tropical something there, which has got a kind of green rind on it. So we'll just put that in. Don't forget, we're going to sharpen all this up later. Then I've got another thing that's got a yellow middle here. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's got 6 lobes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it's got 6, no, not quite like that. They're a bit fatter, like that. Looks like a flower. And then we've got nice dark brown around the outside, a reddish brown. So we'll mix together those two browns. And it's just got a kind of enclosure all the way around it, like that. And it's obviously like a kiwi. I don't think this is a kiwi. I'm not very well up on these kinds of things, these plants, these vegetables, these fruits, because we don't really have them here. So then we want a lime green outer for this one, like this. You can tell me what these all are in the comments. So it's lime green on the outside, probably with a bit more yellow in it, like that. This is such fun painting like this. This is really so relieving, so stress relieving. Yesterday I had a wonderful dizzy attack while I was doing something on the computer, and it made me think to myself, gosh, these blessed computers, they really... It was because I was scrolling through something, scrolling, looking for something, and suddenly realised I'd made myself feel ill. Isn't that ridiculous? And it took about an hour for me to get over that. When you've got... up here is going to be a tropical leaf, like, you know, the... what do they call them? It's not a rubber plant. It's like, I think we used to call them cheese plants in England. Is that right? It's just, we're going to put in lots of greens, roughly in the shape of one of those things, and we can then draw into it. And we're going to put another one over here. Somebody outside is demolishing something. If you can hear, I don't know if you can hear the crash bang wallops in the background. And we put nice contrast of dark green here. Some light in the middle. Just let the paint and the water do their thing. I'm a sort of anti, what do you call it? Yeah, in the middle here, we're going to have brown. Oh God, what's the word? What do you call it when something is realistic? Anti-realistic, something like that. Now here, we've got something sort of oval, and it's going to be coming out to this side like that. And it's kind of orange and reddish. So this kind of red, orange colour, and we'll just let that blend like that. And he's got a stalk at the top end there, but we can put that in later. Now down the front here, I had originally thought, as you can see in my sketch, I was going to put bananas, but I'm thinking I haven't really got enough room there for the bananas. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to put in some something like that. I don't know what that is, but it looks quite good next to the other colours. We could say this is limes. In Egypt, lemons are green, and they're like small lemons, but they're green, something like that. And this orange thing here needs a bit more. I'm going to make that a darker green by mixing the brown with the green. Go all the way around there. Put some nice shadow underneath. This one obviously needs a bit more shadow. I think I might use this nice green I've got on my brush at the moment to put in another leaf up here. This one is not going to have the indentations. That brown and that green together make a very nice dark green, as you can see. And if you put dark green behind something like red or whatever, you're going to get a nice contrast. And I think I'll probably put a bit more of that over here. So the put another leaf in here. Try not to make that look too much like this shape. Freedom, freedom, freedom. And now we want some brown. I mix this brown with that tan, and these things here have got a kind of pattern to them whereby they do this. Don't be afraid to use your paintbrush to draw with. It won't get upset. And when you find yourself going like this, you know you're doing it in a way which is only going to give you repetitive strain syndrome. I'm going to put some indicators of seeds in here. This is black mixed with brown, I think. And I think this one would probably want some seeds too. And this, being as this is watermelon, obviously wants seeds. Lots of them. They always have too many seeds, don't they? I suppose you can probably buy seedless ones now, but that is purple. I don't know what that is. That's blue. So purple and blue makes kind of blackish kind of colour. I have got some black here, which I can use also. Okay, and I haven't yet put the green around the outside of the watermelon, so we'll mix some black with some dark green. There we go. Now, where are we? Okay, we're getting close to the point at which we will be wanting to I'm going to put something around the outside of the starfish. It's not starfish, is it? It's a star fruit. I probably would be better off doing that with the brush. I think it comes to a point in the middle like that. I can't remember what that was. Oh, I know. Yes, that wants to have some lengthwise. Okay, and can put some doodahs at the ends of these, whatever they are. And put another little bit of dark around here. And now, soon, I think we're going to be thinking about the line work. We have to dry the whole thing off and then come in with the pen. Okay, I'm going to turn it off, get the hairdryer out and dry it. So we're dry now, and let's pick up our Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen, and I'm going to have a go at just emphasizing the shape here of this plant leaf, and I do this because I do like doing this. We're going to put another leaf in here, and maybe we might even make this one into 2 leaves. And round the outside of this plant, I don't know quite what this is. I'm a bit ignorant when it comes to tropical dubris, as I said. So I like to use this brush in probably what you might consider an unconventional way. Scritchy, scratchy. It does make a little bit of noise on the paper. especially when you press down a bit. And we'll do multiple lines. We'll actually probably turn this, what is a leaf, I'm going to turn that into a fruit. We're going to pretend that's a fruit. So we'll just put some dark in there. I don't know what kind of fruit that is, but looks like something that you'd eat rather than a leaf. So we'll just do that. Okay, and then this one, we'll just like that, and put the line down the centre there. So give him some veins, keep it alive. Okay, and then, you know, sketchy sketch, you know. Don't be too precise. Be surprised how much better to the eye. I remember once my mother-in-law, she's gone now, been gone quite a while, she had Alzheimer's. She loved one of my paintings that I did a long time ago, and it was nothing. It was just some colour, really, and it looked a bit like the sea. And she said to me once, probably it was the nicest compliment she ever gave me, and one of the nicest compliments I've ever had. And she said, she put it over the fireplace, and she said, I just love having that painting there, because when I look at it, I just feel, it just relaxes me, and I can drift off into my own world, and makes me feel so happy and at peace. And at that time, she must have been probably in her late 60s, the sort of age I am now. And I don't know that I really, at that time, understood why that meant so much to her to be able to do that, but I think I understand now. Anyway, Judy, I have not forgotten what you said, and if you can hear me, wherever you are, believe me, I appreciated that, and you were a good mother to me. So anyway, I'm just putting in some dots and lines to make these into limes, because I think that's probably what they look like. This is 50% imagination, maybe a little bit of memory. Some of it I don't even know what it is or what it should look like, but I'm trying to make it look good, so I'm just putting some orange in there, and we'll put some more in there too to give that a bit more dimension. This is going to be the kind of thing that you would probably, if you were going to do anything with it, you would hang it up on the wall in your kitchen to brighten up the day. Just looking at my iPad here for my guidance on how this is supposed to be. So, wonderful things, aren't they, these iPads? So we'll just go around this with the brush pen, giving it some shape. And I think this might have sort of circles in the middle. And immediately you start doing this and you start thinking, oh, I could doodle on this. See, you could, I don't know whether there's anything like that in the middle of one of those, but there is in mine. So let's give it a nice dark outside line, pressing and lifting for the rind and everything. And then it's got a bit of a body behind there, so let's put some parallel lines come radiating out like that, just a few. Okay, and maybe we'll put another line around the middle of this, and then I'm going to leave that one. Move on to the next thing. What's the next thing going to be? Let's see. This one here has sort of stuff coming out like that. I don't know what that is. Let's go around the centre of this one. And we'll just think doodle, right? Don't think, oh, what I need to do is draw seeds, because that's tedious and boring. But what you can do is just do some doodling like that. And then Bob's your uncle. As someone said in the comments, Bob is my uncle. Wow. There we are. And the same goes for this one, really. This nice, one of my favourite fruits, isn't it, yours? We can probably lift that red a little bit if we want to make it look like the star fruit is in front. But we don't necessarily want to do too much of that on this paper. You just bring that up a little bit, and then we can come in with a bit more yellow. Okay, wouldn't want to do much more than that. Yeah, so we can do scritchy scratches here as well for the watermelon seeds, if we want to. I'll give it a little bit more interest. Which one haven't we done yet? This probably needs a few lines like that. And these leaves, okay. There we are, there's the final painting done in the new paint first, sketch later design style that I've been working on. I think it's great fun. I really, really enjoy painting like this, doing it back to front basically. I've always been known for being a kind of about face type of person. But anyway, give it a try. Do a sketch first of all to give yourself an idea of where you want to put the colours. Then just lay in the colours roughly in the shapes that you're going to want to turn into your subject later. Once that's dry, then come in with more paint and most especially your pen, something like this or any kind of black pen will do, or you could even use a brush. And one of the ways of freeing it up even more would be to use a rigger like this one, which is a thinner brush but with a long hair section there, so you get lots of freedom and you can thrash around like nobody's business, as indeed I did on this one. This was the prompt for today, actually, just a palm tree, you know, and these are all done using this brush, and that was quite fun. The background was a lot of fun, and I did think about doing a tutorial for this, but I thought it's probably too easy. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below if you don't mind. And please subscribe, turn on notifications, become a member of Patreon or of the YouTube membership if you wouldn't mind. That gives you free membership of the Facebook group, which is especially for people who support us. And we appreciate your support, whether it's by giving us a simple like, making a comment below, or a financial support. Whatever you do, whatever you feel able and want to do, we appreciate it more than you can possibly believe. So that's the truth. I'm telling you the absolute truth. So I will say goodbye for now, and I'm going to go and have lunch. How about you? What do you think? I think that's quite striking. Could be worked on, couldn't it? We could do more, but that's enough for now. So I'll see you again soon, and take care everyone. Have a lovely weekend.